Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a head-to-head comparison of two incredible Seiko divers, the SPB143 and the SPB083. These are the two Seiko Prospex line divers that I own, and while they are from the same family, to me, they offer different experiences. And because of that, I wanted to see if I could pick a favorite. So trying to be as objective as possible, I'll be comparing them across 8 key categories to see which one will come out on top. So let's get started. Let's start with wearability. The SPB143 has a more compact 40.5mm case size and a lug-to-lug distance of 47.5, making it a perfect daily wearer, especially for those with smaller wrists. Although it's 14mm thick, it sits low thanks to that case design that makes it look much slimmer than it is and feels just right on the wrist. On the other hand, the SPB083 comes in at a larger 44mm case size and has a 50mm lug-to-lug, but with a slightly slimmer 13.5mm in case height. Therefore, it still wears surprisingly well for its size, especially with that curvy case design. On paper, the SPB143 is a smaller watch, but side to side, it's really hard to tell the difference. As a matter of fact, the case and bezel design, along with the narrow bezel on the SPB083, make it look like the one with the smaller dimensions. I had to wear the two watches a multiple of times back to back to make a decision on which wears better. And I'd be lying if I said the 143 is better or the 083 is better. They are both very comfortable for extended use. They aren't top heavy and they both just feel right on the wrist. So it's a tie in wearability. Now onto the case and dial finish. The SPB143 boasts a very refined brushed finish with polished accents. The dial is classic, understated, and beautifully detailed, with its sunburst effect giving it a high-end vibe. The SPB083 is a different beast. Its case is all polished except for the lug tops, and that striking fume blue dial, reminiscent of the deep ocean, really pops. It's a true showstopper. In terms of finish and quality, both are excellent, but the SPB083 feels a bit more premium due to its polished case and its ceramic-looking bezel. Although I must say, I like the feel and sound of the bezel on the SPB143 more. The clicks on the 143 are smooth and crisp. In contrast, the bezel on the 083 is precise, but mushy and bland when actuated. Very tough to pick a winner here. I'll go with a tie. When it comes to the bracelets, the SPB143 has a solid stainless steel bracelet with a nice mix of polished and brushed surfaces. It's durable, functional, and features Seiko's typical clasp with a diver's extension. The SPB083's bracelet is a full step up. Like the 143 bracelet, it's got polished sides, but also more polishing and refinement on the center link, which makes it that much nicer. Both are comfortable, but the 143 bracelet is much more rattly. The bracelet on the SPB083 looks and feels more premium. I'll give this point to the SPB083 Baby Marine Master. Legibility is crucial for any dive watch. The SPB143 has a clean, no-nonsense layout with large, easy-to-read indices. The hands are well proportioned, and the subtle contrast on the dial helps it in various lighting conditions. The SPB083 with its blue dial adds a bit of flair, but surprisingly is just as legible, thanks to its bold, white markers and sword-style hands. Both watches perform well here, so this one has to be a tie. Now, we've got to talk about Lume, because Seiko is known for this. Both watches feature Seiko's Lume bright, and let me tell you, it's bright. The SPB143 has excellent Lume on both the hands and markers, making it easy to read even in pitch black conditions. The SPB083 takes it up a notch with its larger markers, and that extra surface area just makes the Lume pop even more. While both perform exceptionally well, if you're after Lume brightness, the SPB083 takes the crown. Another point for the SPB083. Both watches are powered by the Seiko 6R35 movement, which boasts a 70-hour power reserve and operates at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It's an okay movement from Seiko, not the most basic, but not special either. I have owned the SPB143 for over a year now, and the movement's still showing a +1 second deviance on the time grapher. The 083, which I've had for much longer, is showing its age with a +10 seconds deviance per day. Not as good as the 143, but still operating within an acceptable range. No other differences here since they share the same movement, so I'll give this one a tie. Alright, let's talk wow factor. The SPB143 is understated elegance. It doesn't scream for attention, but it definitely earns a nod of appreciation for those in the know. On the other hand, the SPB083 Big Blue Hole, with that striking blue dial and large case size, is a showstopper, especially under some lighting conditions. It's hard not to notice it. So if you're after subtle sophistication, go with the SPB143. But if you want something that turns heads, the SPB083 in my opinion is the clear winner. A point to the SPB083 for making an impact. Finally, value for money. Both of these watches come in at prices that are more than I'm willing to usually pay for a Seiko. While the retail price for the SPB143 is steep, it could be had new for around $700. The 083 could be yours for slightly more at $900. If you want a fantastic everyday diver with timeless appeal, the SPB143 is the better value. But if you're willing to invest in something more eye-catching, the SPB083 might be worth the extra money. The SPB143 edges it out in overall value, so it gets a point here. So there you have it, the SPB083 wins this one by 3 points to 1. I must say I'm a bit surprised by the results. I initially thought the SPB143 would edge this one out, since it's the more sought after watch that everyone seems to love. Nonetheless, I think these are two incredible divers from Seiko, and I feel grateful to be in the position to own both. The SPB143 is perfect if you're after an all-rounder strap monster with classic design, while the SPB083 is for those who want a bold, more rugged-looking dive watch that stands out. Which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more watch videos. Thanks for watching, I wish you the best in your watch journey, and I'll see you in the next one.